Dad's dream to talk about his favorite team with the son of digging the stats. Come and join us, nerding on the Dbacks.
Hello. Welcome to Nerding on the Dbacks. The one and only father-son baseball show.
Father-son show in America.
Yep, not in
Sorry,
India.
we were both totally off our game on that intro, huh?
Yeah.
I was still sitting here trying to arrange some windows so that we could properly talk about what we got going on today. But I may have counted you in a little early. But good job. Way to rescue us from the jaws of awesomeness. Appreciate it. How you doing, buddy?
our smooth intros. Pretty good. How you doing now?
Yeah, I'm good.
I live with you, so I would know.
Yeah, you would. I feel like I'm way off on the side of the screen here.
We were not ready for this.
There we go. All right.
We were not prepared.
But, it's good. So, welcome to our show. I'm Dad. And this is?
Son.
That's right. This is the man they call son. Young man. Not a grown man yet. If they can't see you,
They can't
then
hear
maybe
you.
they can just assume you're a grown man. But,
What's up?
yeah, otherwise. So, we're here to talk some Dbacks. But before we do that, first, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, channel your inner kindergartner and
Share.
that's right. So this is our show that we do every week. That's called
Did you really just say that?
Did you really just say that?
Yep. And so
I love you,
tell
son.
us what did you really just say that is, Phoenix?
Well, Did You Really Just Say That is a segment or game show, I guess, if you want to call it, that we do on this amazing show with very smooth intros. And so for Did You Really Just Say That, we make predictions that must be quantifiable and so like realistic, I think.
It just means that we can measure it.
That we can measure it.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. And so we will track it with hits and see who can get a really good batting average more than whoever has the best batting average in the D-backs game.
You said that. Really?
And we will decide on the hit either when we make it or the next day.
Typically, yeah.
And we see if we get it right or we totally fail at life. So,
Yeah.
that's
It's often failing at life.
so
yeah.
for Did You Really Just Say That? We usually go on and see if we got any predictions right or wrong. So
Yeah, we started off with what we call "You Really Said That," and
let me tell you, do you want to hear the bad
you
news
really
or the
say
good
that?
news? Do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first?
let's go with the good news.
All right.
Yeah. So Dad, what he had come off the board here this week. He had a good run. By he, I mean me. I had a good run. I had. First one correct. D-backs will finish April under 500. I made that back during spring training, and it seems I was pretty accurate. And here's the thing. I'm not at all worried about where they're going to finish this season as a result of their April. Their April was tough. I know we've discussed it, but it was just as difficult as advertised, and I think they have themselves in not a great position, but a perfectly fine position. Because if you're looking at the months, I mean, I thought about it. I didn't make this, but I thought about putting on here again. The D-backs will finish May. Just the month of May, just the games they play in May with a losing record, because it's tough. Like the first 2 months of the season, the June, if they're not in in wild card contention, like if they're not close to having a wild card spot by the end of June, it's gonna be a long season. But by the end of June, come July 1st, they should be I got no worries about them being a few games over 500 come July 1st. They play the White Sox, they play the Nationals, they play the A's, they play the Marlins, they play the Angels, I believe.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it's just a cakewalk of a month. Those are like 5 of the 7 worst teams in baseball this year. I think they even got the
Rockies.
I think they even got the Pirates on there at some point. So, yeah.
Shout out to Roberto Clemente.
Yeah, Roberto Clemente. So
You don't know why I shouted that out.
So
I watched
yeah,
the last one.
yeah. So that was pretty cool. So anyway, I think it'll be they're in perfectly defensible position. So Blaze Alexander back on the 12th of April. Blaze Alexander had a -4 DRS. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's a defensive runs saved. He had a -4 defensive runs saved at shortstop on the season, and I said he would finish with a -6 or better at shortstop. He already had -4. He played a lot more games at shortstop since that time than before that time, and he finished with exactly -6. Yeah, get that one. It was a double. Dbacks will finish April in the top 10 in work plus in Major League Baseball.
I said that. Really? Oh, yeah.
They were at 14th when I made that prediction on April 19th. And they went from 14th all the way up to 9th before the end of the month. And they have since tumbled dramatically in May. I think they've fallen from 9th to like 18th in just the week of May so far.
You don't even deserve that.
Yeah, so it's rough, but they made it. They peaked right around May 1st, and then it just came crashing down. So yeah, they did that. That was a home run. And then Scotty McGuff. This just came across the wire today. Scotty McGuff, he got sent down, aka optioned, to the minors, which I had said he would get optioned before the end of May. We agreed that one's a single.
He really said that? Yes.
And so he has been pitching kind of horribly. He doesn't have much of a track record. I actually went to go look back at this. Over his career, he pitched prior to the Dbacks signing him before last year, right? So last year was his first season with the Dbacks. He hadn't made a single game of Major League Baseball since 2015. He had 8 years of not playing any Major League Baseball at all.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And he wasn't even that good last year. So just seeing that he was gonna get, I mean, the writing was on the wall with the way he was pitching, with the way he pitched last year, the way he's pitched this year. He just wasn't long for this roster. Hopefully he can go and find something. I'd love it. He got sent down as they activated Paul Sewald. And so Sewald's back in the bullpen, which should help out quite a bit. You're bumping your clearly worst relief pitcher from the bullpen, and you're putting in one of your 3 best relief pitchers, Ryan Thompson, Kevin Ginkel, Paul Sewald.
Thompson was our hot guy, right?
Yeah. I would also put Justin Martinez. He's been absolute nails. He's got like 9 innings pitched, and I think he's given up 1 run so far. Striking out lots of fools. And then I would say, while he's not quite on the same level as those guys, I would probably put him on the second tier. Those 4 guys are kind of all on the A tier. The B tier is Joe Mantiply.
The B team.
Yeah, I'd probably put him on the B tier all by himself.
The B team.
And then you got Bryce Jarvis, Logan Allen, and I know I'm missing somebody else in there. Matt Bowman, which I still don't understand why he's on the team. They can't just get out of their own way and call up Dakota Chalmers. I don't understand it. I mean, the guy is just striking out everybody. He's looking almost as good as Justin Martinez did. Well, scouting the stat line, almost as good as Justin Martinez did when Justin Martinez got called up. And I don't expect Dakota Chalmers to be Justin Martinez by any means, or maybe even good. We've got on this rant. I just don't understand why he keeps getting passed over for Brendan Hughes and Logan Allen. I kind of got the Logan Allen one. They wanted a long reliever. And then they go and trade for Matt Bowman instead of just promote Dakota Chalmers. I'm just, it's frustrating. So anyway, that's my week. I went 4 for 4. And that's going to put me in a nice spot for my numbers on the season. So what about you, Phoenix? How did you do?
All right. Oh my God. Hi. I haven't talked in a long time because you got so many right, and you were just ranting there. But for me, it was a tough week. It was a very tough one. I got all these wrong. I said Dbacks will win the last series against the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, I said that. Really? Oh yeah.
I don't even. Did they? I think they won like one game.
Yeah, they won one game. It wasn't horrible. It's just they didn't win it.
They didn't win it. D-backs will hold Shohei to 0 hits during the series.
You said that. Really?
I stopped doing what I'm doing because my dad said Shohei was up and he got a single, and I like threw my hands in there. I was like, God, so good. And D-backs will finish April alone in second place in the NL West. I don't know what place
He
they're
really
in.
said that? Yes.
I think they're in like fourth.
Yeah, you're right. They finished the month in fourth.
Yeah, so
They
tough
were.
one.
I think they were tied for second place, but not alone in second place going into the last day of the season. But then they lost, and the
Tough
other two teams
game
won.
for me, I guess.
Yeah, tough week. All right, so with that, you really said that our stat lines on the season so far. Phoenix, why don't you tell the people what we got?
All right, so for the good news, Dad, his average is 571. That is pretty good.
It's a good. It means I'm not taking big enough swings, which I'm correcting that this week.
Yeah. So he has 3 doubles and 1 home run. He swung for the fences.
Yeah, I put that one out.
On the D-backs will finish in WRC Plus and MLB.
Yep. Yeah.
And for the bad news /son / me, I have 375 batting average, and I have 2 doubles, and I have 1 home run. Or two home runs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, your slug's still looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even a 375. Well, it's not bad. So let's get on to our predictions for this week. Do you want to kick us off, or do you want me to start us? I'll get it going.
Yeah, you start.
All right. So
What was that?
is that you?
No.
That is weird.
What?
So
Wow. I don't think that was me.
So my first prediction this week was Paul Sewald gets his first save of the season on Tuesday, May 7th versus the Reds. And he's coming off the injured list. I mean, who knows? I hope he gets, if he have a save opportunity, I have no doubts he's going to be the man who is coming in the 9th inning to close it out. So let's make it happen. And he is, obviously I'm pretty confident that he's going to close it out successfully and not lose that lead. So yeah, he's going to get his first save of the season. It's going to be nice having him in there, having Thompson, Ginkel, Martinez, and Mantiply set him up to get him there. With Sewald back now, and with the emergence of Justin Martinez, that really gives us 5 solid. Am I doing my math right? Ginkel, Sewald, Martinez, Thompson, Mantiply. That gives us 5 solid relievers in there, and I think Jarvis can be there as well. So yeah, with Sewald coming back, that really just moves everybody into, I think, a better role in the bullpen, and really can turn our games into 6-inning, 5 even 6-inning games, and make it really difficult to score once that bullpen takes over with a lead. So you're up next, Phoenix. What's your first prediction?
All right, for my first prediction is D-backs will shut out the Reds in one of their games, the series.
Wow,
That's right. You just said that.
that's a big one. The Reds are a pretty good offense, and they play in a pretty home run friendly stadium. If people out there don't know,
Yeah,
most
well-
home run friendly stadium in baseball, and it's really not even close.
You said the same thing about the Cardinals, and guess what happened?
Yeah.
Bam.
So I like it. That's definitely a home run,
Yep.
unquestionably.
That's funny because it's the
It's
Reds
gonna be
stadium.
fun. It's gonna be fun watching Ellie De La Cruz here this weekend.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Or this week, yeah. Well,
He's gonna
they
be
also-
a tough one.
It's crazy. They play the Reds in Cincinnati here this week, and then they play the Reds in Arizona next week.
They play the Reds here this
They
week.
play the Reds in Cincinnati, and then
Yeah,
they,
you said they play the Reds here,
okay.
and then they played
We'll
in
roll
Arizona.
back the tape. All right. So my next prediction here: D-backs. They've had a really rough time scoring runs here recently, and so my prediction is the D-backs are going to score at least 3 runs in every game against the Reds. And so, for reference, obviously we know the D-backs have been shut out a lot recently. They've been held to 1 or 0 runs in a lot of their games. They, with the exception of, they've got. They have only scored 3 or more runs in back-to-back games once in the past 3 weeks of games. So there's a pretty good chance that, I feel like this is swinging big again, with scoring at least 3 runs in every game versus the Reds in May. That's not just this series in Cincinnati. This is the series next week
That's a grand
in
slam.
Arizona as well.
That's a home run hit to the other ballpark.
So that means they got to score at least 3 runs in 6 games in all 6 games versus the Reds over the next 10 days.
So they don't have to win it; they just have to score 3 runs.
That's correct. Yeah, if they score at least 3 runs in every game against the Reds, I'm pretty confident that they'll win at least half of those.
Wow.
They'll probably win more than that, but
So,
yeah.
that's amazing. All right, so I guess I'm up. If you were gonna say anything else,
Nope. Go ahead. Make it happen.
All right, so I said
I just said that.
There you go. All right. I said that Zac Gallen will strike one of the Reds players. Obviously not like a D-backs player. Why would they be on that team? Will strike one of the Reds players out in the first inning. So
Woo!
Yeah, you just said that.
he has 3 outs to do that, I guess.
That's right. I like this. If you strike it about 1 per inning out, I would give this a single, but it's solid. I like the first prediction a little bit more with the shutout, but this is good too. So let's not spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it.
Alec, my third and final prediction is Alec Thomas, as we know, is still on the disabled list. Or disabled list. I did it again. Going back to the 2000s, going back to pre-2019. I'll probably say that still occasionally. It'll slip out for like the next 5 to 10 years of my life. And there's a good chance
I'm sure everybody will be okay with that.
when I'm like 85 and I'm sitting on my rocker and I'm watching baseball, I'm going to be like, is that Alec Thomas still on the disabled list?
You went country?
I guess so. I'm gonna pick up an accent.
You lived in Texas for the rest of your life?
And so Alec Thomas is on the IL still.
You almost slipped up again.
And so I'm making this prediction. Alec Thomas is going to come off the IL in May, and he is going to throw a runner out at home before the end of the month. I feel like that's a.
That is a grand slam.
You really said that?
Yes.
All right.
That's a Christian or no. Oh, that's a Pavin Smith?
Yeah, the Pavin Smith has got the only grand slam, I believe, for the D-backs this season, which is kind of sad. I hope he's not in the roster much or in the lineup much anymore. Or I should say, I hope he's not batting in the top third of the lineup anymore. That is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna go on that rant next week though, or on our show on Thursday though, because that is not cool. It's the process. It's the process. I don't care about one game, obviously. Pavin Smith batting third or first in the lineup for one game is not going to kill the D-backs' chances this season, but it's the concept. Why would you bat him in the top third of the lineup? He's obviously one of your 3 worst hitters in your lineup. Ah! I can't take it. So, you go ahead next with your third and final prediction here, Felix.
All right, so it's Nerding on the D-backs show. And, Dad, who's our favorite player?
It's Lourdes Gurriel.
So, I think this one's a pretty fun one. I think Lourdes is going to change his hair by the end of May.
Wow. Wow, this is a definite home run.
Let's do it, Lourdes.
If he does this, I will change my hair to whatever color he does.
I would change mine too. You know what?
We should just like go red and teal. It would be.
Let's see what he changes it to.
I can't. I don't think I can do that. But I love the idea of it. So yeah, that's a great prediction.
It might mess up my highlights, but anything for the 4 fans who are watching.
Yeah. Thank you. So that's it for our Did you really just say that? And so I want to thank you guys for hanging with us to here. I hope you had some fun with us along the way. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, and channel your inner kindergartner and
Share.
That's right.
And draw.
With that, let's go out on a da-da-da-da-da-da
Nerding!
Da-da-da-da-da-da on the da-da-da-da-da-da D-backs! Woo!
That might have been pretty loud.
It all gets cleaned up in post. So, thank you much. Appreciate you. And until next time, bye.
Bye.